heels and a nice sweet top. Doing on our backs when we drop it like it's hot. I don't usually smoke, but here, do you have a light? It must be girls' night. Hi everybody, welcome to this week's episode of the Bimbo Butch podcast. I'm your host Emer, aka Butch.
And I am also your host, Bimbo, aka Jenna. Welcome back for another week of The Crack with us.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Happy Monday if you're listening on first thing on a Monday morning. First thing on a Monday morning, yes.
I don't know if I told you, just when you're saying first thing on a Monday morning.
What?
Did I say in the podcast before that about the girl who came up to me at one of my live shows and she brought me a present? I keep meaning to bring it in.
No.
And she said, so she brought me a present. Big shout out to her. She comments on our YouTube all the time. It's ABC. I can't remember the rest of the username, but big shout out to you.
She's not that much of a big fan because what about me? There's two of us.
You weren't there. And she comments on our videos all the time. She's very supportive.
What do you call her?
It's ABC something. It's she comments.
Does she
on
have
YouTube.
two hearts on her name?
Something like that. Yeah. So she always comments. She
Thank
loves
you
the
so
podcast.
much for commenting every
Yeah,
time.
I
That
know.
means a lot.
Oh, she's really, really lovely. So she was at one of my shows, and she had a wee present for me.
What was it?
So a wee bag, and oh my god, it was so cute. So she had given me a bottle, because you know I like to drink all the time, but it was like a metal,
Like a liter bottle of gin.
a metal bottle, and
Right.
she had, I don't know if she made it or someone else made it. It was like a steel bottle, but it was green, my favourite colour, and she or someone else had written Emer on it, and a wee pair of headphones.
That is
Isn't
so
that so
cute.
cute? And she had also put a lid in that can attach to things to attach it to my Rains bag that I did a display of.
That is so cute.
Isn't that? And gave a lovely note with it. And she said,
Oh.
she says that she really looks forward to it every Monday. She was really, really ill, and I think she was very, very ill. I think she was in the hospital, and it was totally getting her through. And she was every Monday she wakes up at 6 o'clock in the morning
No way.
to watch the podcast.
The wee pet.
So thank you so
what
much.
What age did you say?
I've no idea. Our age is what I'm going to
Aye.
say.
That's what I was
could
going to say.
not
Like, is she a
guess.
young girl? Like, is she in her early 20s? Is she
I'd
more
say
of our age?
I'd say she's around our age, but really, really lovely. So I thought that was.
Which
she
show?
did say I was going to put my number in your bag, and then you've mentioned Sam on the podcast, so I didn't.
Oh.
I know. So she was so lovely.
And which show was this? Like, where?
Armagh.
I wonder if she's coming to Belfast,
Maybe she is.
and we will get to meet her in real life.
Oh, maybe she is. She was so lovely.
Oh, that's
But we
so
do
nice.
we do have lovely people who watch the podcast.
We do.
We're very
And
appreciative of them all.
I need more people to join the Patreon because I actually started tutoring for my son this week. He's doing it's not called the
What are you
11
tutoring him in?
I'm not tutoring him fucking anything.
Good, I was thinking he's
I need the tutor.
Somebody
So
tutor you.
I rang up and I said, do you tutor for the 11 plus? And they were like, yeah, of course. What availability do you have? What primary then? And I says, well, I'm 38 in September. So they were like, no, but I genuinely cannot. I know that I have maths dyslexia.
Yeah, you've said that before.
People laugh when I say that.
It is a thing.
People don't understand dyscalculate. How ironic to call it that.
I know.
Like after calculator.
I know.
Almost. But I struggled so much in school that they actually made a maths class for me called intermediate maths.
Are you serious?
Because I was scoring that low and I was going to bring them all down, and I still struggled. I should never have been at that school.
It's the same as being dyslexic, but just with numbers.
With numbers. And I'm still the same with numbers. And even so, I can't help my son with his homework, and I don't think teachers take into consideration parents who are like me with dyscalculia or dyslexia or any
Absolutely.
learning disability of any sort. And it gets me so, when I collect him from school, I start getting hyperventilating nearly because I know that I need to help with his homework, and 9 times out of 10 I'm going to ChatGPT, taking a photo and saying what is the answer, because I genuinely don't know.
At least you can do that now. Imagine our parents back in the day.
I know. So
how would they have done it?
my son will joke now and be like, oh, I've maths, or it's only English, so you can help me tonight, and because I'm good at English. Believe it or not. I'm good at something. So I started tutoring, getting him tutored for his transfer.
Is it a
test.
fortune?
No, £100 a month, and that's 4 lessons. So on
That's
top
not
of
as dear as I thought it was going to be.
not for 1-to-1
You
for
need to move to
45
Belfast.
minutes. What,
I
what?
wonder if it's dear, because when you said £100, I thought you were going to say a week.
Hold on, was it £100 a week for one session?
Oh, I don't know. I would think it would be a lot dearer than
£25
a
a session for 45 minutes.
I would think it would be dear, but maybe it's not.
1-to-1.
If we have
I
any
don't
tutors,
know.
hit me up. Is that the going rate?
Is that the going?
I just assume if you have a child, everything's so expensive.
Everything else. Well, it has that, then it has his football, and then it has his tournaments, and then it has
And
football
he needs
boots.
all his football kits and his football boots and his...
And he's hungry all the time.
yeah.
All
like
the
me.
time. And I cannot follow this boy. Like, there's a stage where I turn around at night and be like, right, kitchen's closed.
And he's skinny, like. He's
He's
only a
so
wee thing.
skinny. But all
He's
he does is
obviously
eat.
growing.
He's growing.
He's a grown boy like me.
He's grown. He's a grown boy like you.
Mm.
So
Every time I eat loads, Sam's like, it's okay, you're a grown boy.
you're grown. Are you doing your training still? Online training?
Yes.
What, you do that when you lie?
With Claire? No, I am still doing it. I was talking to her yesterday, but I haven't been to the gym. But
So what are you doing?
I'm just talking to her.
I just talked to my coach.
It's just social for me. No, I've been sticking to the foods that she's been saying, but I haven't been going to the gym. But in the past week, I did lose 2.3 pounds,
Oh, wow.
which is kind of a big deal.
That's great.
Yeah, well, it's better than putting that on for me.
Because you did put on weight.
Thank you.
No, I mean,
Thank you. Mhm.
you know what I mean?
My granny used to do that. She said something, and she always used to call me fat too. So yeah, so
No, you told me. Sorry, I'll let me reiterate
damage
that.
control. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Did you say reiterate?
Is that the wrong word?
It's reiterate. I think you are reiterate.
Me, literally 5 minutes ago. I'm really good at English.
Yeah, I'm right. English is like your third language. Well,
Yeah, you enjoy that one, Joey?
Julie's really killed herself with that one. Claws right the night, Julie. Oh, Jesus.
She's only enjoying it because she knows this is our third podcast and we have to pay.
I don't know. Happy days. What were you saying about being illiterate?
About being illiterate. What was I saying about
You were
being
saying
illiterate?
about reiterate something?
Oh, yes. So you said you started Mounjaro and you put
Yes.
on 5 pounds.
Yes.
And I think you're the only person that I've ever heard
Yes.
that have taken those jags and put on weight
Yes, like
So-
that.
like that. And I wondered why. And kept me up at night and everything.
Well, I took the first dose, whatever it is. I didn't feel a single bit of hunger suppression. In fact, I was more hungry. So I was eating more because I was more hungry. So the first dose, second dose. So you do what? A month of the first dose, a month of the second dose, a month of the third dose. So I'm finally up to the third dose. For the first time, I'm noticing that I'm not starving constantly. But then I thought that makes sense because if someone smaller than me takes it,
Yes.
obviously a lower dose must kick in. Whereas I'm pretty heavy, so it must take at least to the third dose
Okay.
for me to feel anything. Because loads of people were messaging me and they were saying, like after we talked about it on the podcast,
Love when you throw the legs up.
whenever we talked about it,
I may as well do it too, you know.
get your legs up there. Loads of people messaged and they were like, oh God, I took Mounjaro for a week and I couldn't do it because I was sick. I mean, I lost 3 stone, but I couldn't do it
Jesus
anymore. And I
Christ.
thought, Jesus Christ, all I'm doing is eating all around me. And I thought, what is the crack with this? But I think it's because I'm, of the people who are all taking it, I think I'm definitely on the bigger side from anyone that I know anyway. What do you mean, You're like, hi.
I mean, as in like
On the more robust
tell me
side.
more.
So I think I've just needed a higher dose to get started. That's what I think.
So you feel it's benefiting now?
Well, I wouldn't say that it's benefiting because I'm still eating a lot, but
Well, you were sent me a voice note last night and you were chowing on down on something.
what
I was about to
eating?
message you back and be like, what are you
What
eating?
time was that at?
It was lit as well, you know. I have a cut-off time for eating as well.
I was trying out a mushroom pasta.
Was it nice?
I'm trying to get into pasta. I've never liked it.
I love pasta.
I'm trying to get into it because it's obviously a decent veggie food to have, but I'm struggling. So I was chowing down. I was
You were like, I'll make it down. You're like a proper shebang when you're on voice note.
I know, because them two be messing about, and I'm just trying to single mom who works 2 jobs, who
Fuck, it's
loves
bun
her
night tonight.
kids, and it's midnight.
Bun night.
Oh,
Just
it's
remember
bun night. I never know when it's bun night because my bun doesn't come in.
Oh, you just keep
My
it
bun
out.
stays out.
Well,
It's always bun night.
you can tell you live in a posh area because I can't leave my bun out. It'll get stolen.
Somebody stays. Well, I definitely don't live in a posh area, but like, who's going to steal it? My next door neighbour's my brother. I'll know who's done it. Do you know what I mean? It's a small street.
Oh, where I live, they would just take anything.
Really?
They took me if I would let them.
Take you on the bun.
And inside the bun.
Have you ever gotten a bun? I did one
No.
time by accident.
But you know, tell me.
I was trying to climb a wall, and I was too short. I'd locked myself out of the house, so I pulled the black bin,
Aye.
and I stood in the black bin, and mustn't have been.
Did it go through?
Yeah,
The lid went through.
the lid went through.
They wouldn't be the most sturdy of lids.
Well, I thought they would have. I thought it was quite hard plastic, but it certainly didn't hold me.
You
And I went up
through.
and ended up in the bin. Yeah.
How did you get out?
Well, I'm not. I mean, I have some motion. I was able to get myself up and out.
I wouldn't be able to get out of a bun. I don't
No,
think.
you wouldn't. It was stinking. It was disgusting.
Oh.
I thought that's what I get. That's what I get.
I remember because I have such long arms
Yeah.
that years ago
You don't even need to leave the house to leave the bunny.
I just
You do it
it's
from your
nothing
bed.
to do with the buns. Because my arms were so long, someone in the street was locked out of their house. So they wanted me to put my hand and through
Through
the
the
letterbox
letterbox?
and up and open their door, and I did it.
How would your hand and arm fit in through a letterbox?
And through and up and round and open the door. I could break into people's houses rightly.
You could.
I think I might.
There's no way my arm would be getting through a letterbox. What do you mean,
No, I mean, mine's done.
Aye.
That's what I done that
There
day,
is
and I'll
no
never
way.
forget it because I remember I had a cut here somewhere, and when I was pulling it back out, it pulled the cut off again.
Oh my
And then
god.
now looking back, I'm thinking, did that family say, do you know that really spiky girl that lives up the street with the big long arms? Get her down.
Spiky girl.
Spiky.
Specky, what does that mean?
Wears glasses.
That really specky girl? I've never heard that.
Spiky? I
Aye.
used to get
I've
called
heard
that
like
all the
specky
time.
four eyes, but I've never heard that specky girl.
Spiky.
Oh
I used to
my
get called that
God.
all the time growing up.
Julie,
Yeah.
would your arm fit through a letterbox?
I've never tried.
I thought she fell asleep
I was looking at my arm.
Narcolepsy. No, what do you call it?
Narcolepsy.
Narcophilia.
Narcolepsy. She was like,
No, but I did break into a house one time.
what? Sorry.
Julie, are you feeling?
No, like on purpose.
Well, this is why
or
we
not.
put a balaclava
It was
on.
similar. No, it was similar to you. My uncle went on holiday,
She broke into his house.
and well, he owned a coffee shop that was attached to his house, and he forgot to. My mum was running the coffee shop while he was on holiday, and he forgot to give her the keys. So, we had to. Obviously, he was on holiday. We couldn't do anything about it. So, we picked the smallest window in the house to break into. That would be like
Smash?
the small, yeah, but that would be like the least amount to replace. So they were like, right, we'll pick a small window so that it's not too expensive. So they smashed the toilet window, but then nobody else was small enough to fit through it. I was only a child, so they put me through the window to go in and get the keys then.
Oh my god.
I think everyone has a story like that
Aye.
growing up.
Good times.
Back in the
I
day.
don't.
Well, not being pushed through a broken window.
Wait,
No,
I'm just.
really looking back on it, like I was very, very young. That was quite, like I wouldn't put my kids through a window. I
No.
would trust them.
Neither would I.
They'd be like, see you later, bye.
Hey folks, we just want to say a big thank you to our sponsors on the Podium Prizes. If you head over to their website, they have some brilliant prizes up. They have vouchers, they have cash prizes, holidays, everything you could want, and they are two local boys, and they really, really want us to share their competition website with you. So go ahead.
Also on the Podium Prizes, sponsored our live show in Derry, where they give away 3 prizes to just 3. Was it 3 people that bought tickets from them? They give them £50 in cash. That's how good they are. And without their support, our podcast wouldn't be able to keep going. So you can buy tickets for as little as 10p. I seen 10p. I bought them 10p.
Some of the tickets are free.
Some of them are free. The Sephora one's free. I think that's still going.
Yep.
So please, if you are into that kind of thing, winning.
Winning money.
Winning
I'm into
money.
money, yeah.
If anyone wants to win something, on the podiumprizes.com or on the Podium Prizes on Instagram, and you can get them all there. Since we are all massive animal lovers here on the Bimbo and Butch podcast, we have proudly been sponsored by Danos Petshop. Now, Danos Petshop is based in Strabane, and they've also opened a store in Derry in 2023. And Danos is your one-stop shop for all things pet related. So they sell pet food, pet treats, pet shampoo, anything pet related that you need is sold by Danos.
Absolutely. And we're all dog owners here. Well, you were dog owner. Taz sadly passed recently. Julie allegedly has a dog, and I have 2 dogs. Everyone knows, but they do stuff for dogs, birds, fish, cats, tiny animals, everything. And they also I love that the store's in Strabane. Obviously, I'm from Strabane. You're from Derry, so we've got a sponsor that's very local to us. And you mentioned the food there. No, they do some of the hypoallergenic food.
That's right.
Is it Whistler's?
Whistler's dog food.
Yeah. I might take a wee run down there because people in the podcast know from last week that Albie was very sick and had pancreatitis and was in the vet hospital for a week.
That's right.
And he has to go on low-fat food now, so I might go down to Danos to get sorted out. And they have mystery boxes.
I seen that.
Do you know where you get mystery boxes for like makeup and stuff, or like football shirts?
Yeah.
They have a natural mystery box where it's all different treats. You don't know what you're getting. So
for your dog, that is
absolutely.
So
well, for your dog, I assume it's not for me.
Well, your cat, your small fish, whatever animal you have.
Absolutely. So thank you so much to Danos for sponsoring us. We're very appreciative, and we know we have a lot of animal lovers as well who are watching and listening. So head to Danos. What is it? Danos Pet Shop?
DanosPetshop.co.uk, and that's for Danos, and then whistlersdogfood.com for the dog food.
Absolutely. So have a wee check out, and thank you, Danos.
Thank you.
Well, my house was broken into a few years ago.
The one that you live on now?
No, the one I lived on the Ormo Road. Right. So, I was with my ex at the time. We loved our wee house. And our friends came over, a couple, they came over from Manchester to visit and to hang out with us on Halloween. So it was Halloween night, and we were in the house, we had a few drinks. I was dressed up as Wednesday Addams' brother. What do you call him? The boy wears the stripes.
Tuesday.
What do you call him? Her brother. Not Uncle Fester, not the thing.
Barry?
I don't know what you call him. Stefan or something. Well, she was dressed as Wednesday Addams because she looked a bit like Wednesday Addams, and I was dressed as the brother. Which is kind of weird since we were a couple. And our friends were dressed, I'm not sure what he was, but our other friend, she was dressed as a cupcake. So, we went out, right, for a few drinks. And one of the girls, either my girlfriend at the time or her friend, one of them felt sick. So me and the boyfriend, being very chivalrous, was like, we'll just turn and go home. We'll just go back home. We were out of the house for about an hour max. We came back. My girlfriend opened the front door and she was like, I feel a wild breeze. And I thought, why would there be a breeze in the house? And I was like, you stay here. I went in, there was glass all over the kitchen. So in the very short time that we were out, someone had broken in, right?
Oh my God, I would be terrified.
She was, and the other girl was. They were, I have to say, they were hysterical. They were really affected by it.
I would be.
So I said, right, wait here. I'll go in and look and see what the crack is. I went, saw all this glass over the kitchen. I am pathologically calm. Like, there's no panic in me. And I just went out to them and I says, don't panic.
There's a dead body.
Don't panic, but we've been broken into. They started screaming and all, and I said,
oh my God.
I said, just stay down here. So the cupcake was screaming, Wednesday Addams was screaming, and I went up to see what was missing. Now, the fact this was Halloween was tickling me no end, right? I was thinking, what the hell? So I went upstairs and all of our drawers had been opened, all of our cupboards in the kitchen opened, rifled through.
Oh my God, absolute buggers.
My guitar had been stolen. I know. A few other things have been stolen, bits and pieces here and there. My girlfriend's car key had been stolen, but they hadn't found her car in the street. They stole my friend's car, who had come over from Manchester to visit us.
What a welcome.
What a welcome to the great city of Belfast. They stole his car Isn't that awful?
Did I ever get it back?
No, he never got it back.
Shut up.
No, he never got it back. They stole his... Like, it was awful. So...
Hold on. How do you come to Belfast on holiday? Your car gets stolen, you never get it back, and then you just go home?
Do you know how they stole his... how they got his car?
How?
So her car keys were hanging up. So they stole hers, but they must have been pressing it and luckily didn't find the car. Their car keys, as far as I remember, were in the bottom of their backpack in the spare room. This person opened all the drawers, emptied all the backpacks out, found the keys. They'd ransacked the place, like.
Oh my
It was terrible. They threw all my drawers with all my wee private things, all my bits and pieces.
Like what? All your wee bits and
I
bobs?
couldn't-
Like what?
I couldn't repeat, but anyway.
All
So
they would find mine would be a pair of rosary beads and a Sister Clare prayer, and they'd be like, there's
there's
shit.
a good Catholic will not do that.
but-
So the police arrived, and they arrived
Oh
to a cupcake, to Wednesday's brother, and to whatever the hell he was dressed up as. And I thought this was so funny, because we were all dressed up,
And
it was-
the cupcake was crying.
and the cupcake was.
Crying
They
up.
were all hysterical, and there was glass everywhere. It was really stress. I didn't find it stressful, but they were extremely stressed out. And my girlfriend at the time, she could not. She was terrified for maybe a year
I
after.
would be.
Never wanted to be in the house in Rome. Was really afraid, which is terrible. That people come into your house and make you do that. So then, the police had come in, and first of all, it took them a lot of time. Now this probably would have been 10 years ago. It took them a lot of time to seem to understand that we were a couple. And then when they finally realised that we were a couple, because I kept saying we're a couple, they were trying so overly to be like, that's cool. And they kept saying, no, we don't think they've done this because of, because of yous or anything. And I was like, what? And they're like, we don't think
Catholics.
they've done this because yous are together or anything. Like, they really did not want to hate crime in the
No.
hands. They kept saying it. And I was like, that's okay, like, we get it. And they came in and they dusted for fingerprints and all this, and the fuckers wore gloves, so they couldn't figure out who it
Professionals.
was. Yeah. And I had to describe my guitar and all, and they says they probably thought it would have been funny taking the guitar, because they said they'd seen a spate of robberies. I was going to say beggies, but spate of robberies where they had taken unusual items to be funny. And they said, I bet they would have thought it was funny, because my guitar is like a miniature guitar. It looks kind of
Yeah.
weird. They were like, they would have been walking out of this house
Laughing.
laughing with that wee guitar. And I said, well, what else did they steal? And they said in somebody's house in Belfast, they stole a chinchilla. Do you
Is
know-
that an animal?
Yes, a pet. They stole
Like a
somebody-
lizard?
Jesus Christ, here we go again. No, I think it's, Julie, is it like a gerbily type thing?
It's like a wee.
Why
it's
is
like a wee-
everything a lizard?
It's like a wee fat, bigger gerbil thing.
Like a ferret type
What,
thing?
what do you call
Chinchilla. They stole a chinchilla. How weird is that? They stole a chinchilla. He was all to me, don't feel bad about your guitar, because sure, they stole somebody's chinchilla. And I was like, that makes me feel better.
That would make me feel worse.
I know.
Who the hell wants a chinchilla? Not me.
I know.
It's extra.
So
extra
yeah,
baggage.
we were robbed.
Well, that reminds me of my friends who also live in the great city of Belfast. They
Mhm.
were broken into as well, but theirs was they were
They were shooting.
students at
Yeah.
the time, so they were in student house, 3-story thing, and they had come back after the Easter break, and all their rooms had been broken into, their straighteners, their laptops, everything gone. So they
Terrible.
were on high alert, and then one night, a few weeks later, one of the girls that was up in the very top one came running downstairs squealing. So the other girls automatically came running out in the middle of the street squealing. They were like, "What?" And she was like, "Britney Spears is going on tour again." And they were like, "We fucking thought we were being robbed."
We were on high alert.
They were on high alert. Now, if that was
You
me,
do be scared.
I
Well, I wasn't,
don't-
but she was terrified.
I don't know if I could be on my own or go back to my home if
Well, she
if that
was really
happened.
afraid, and I felt terrible, because I thought, this is awful that somebody can come into your house and your safe space and make you feel like that.
So scary.
And it's so scary, especially if you're, a wee girl. Do you know?
Wee gay girl.
No, but just a wee, like, my ex was so like, she wouldn't have been able to fight off a man, like,
No.
do you know what I mean?
Oh my god, that's a
Um,
great fear.
Well, a few weeks later, when we were on high alert, we got cameras. We were on high alert, about a camera in the kitchen and all.
For you to watch her.
A man entered our home. We
Shut
were
up.
upstairs in bed. got a notification on the camera. I looked at the cameras.
Was he uninvited?
Yes. Yes, it was in the middle of the night. It was 3 o'clock in the morning.
So when you say entered your house, like
The front door opened and a man came in, all in black, with his hood up. Not a black man, all in... that sounded like black. A man all in black with his hood up, so he was all in black. And I saw it in the camera and I thought, how am I going to tell her? And then...
that would not...
At the time or the next morning you saw it?
No, I saw it at the time.
You see,
The
you seen it in
notification-
real
as he-
time?
so like as he was in the
Notification woke me
house?
up, I got a motion notification. So
Jesus
he was
Christ.
downstairs and we were upstairs. And I was like, maybe I shouldn't tell her. Maybe I should just go down. Then I thought, no, if something happens,
Panicking,
she's
thinking
going to need
about
to ring the police. So I woke her up and I says, there's a man downstairs. Like,
Jesus Christ.
I know. And she went and locked herself in the bathroom. And I went down.
Emer, you didn't.
I did. No, I was watching him first, waiting to make me move. So saw him downstairs. And then he went into the kitchen and he was going through the cupboards. And I thought, oh my God, this is what they did last time. Then I saw him opening the dishwasher and I thought, this guy's mental.
Knife.
I thought, what is he doing? And I went down and it was my brother. He was drunk. He was drunk and he came to our house because he had a key and it was closer than his. And he was there.
Thank God.
And he says
for
he was
that.
trying to be... I see when I went down and my brother's very tall and I just saw the back of him. I thought, this guy's going to absolutely take me out.
Imagine you had just whacked him over the head with a baseball bat.
Well, I was thinking, I was going to say, can I help you?
You were going to ask someone in your house, can I help you?
No, it's not like, what are you doing here? Could you leave, please?
Sorry, I'm just robbing your house. Just can you go back to bed?
But see, when I saw him opening the dishwasher, I thought, this is a very strange robber. And I therefore thought, this is someone who is in psychosis or something.
Yeah.
Or they think they're somewhere else. But it was Sean, trying not to make any noise. Us upstairs, terrified. Her locked in the bathroom. Me
Oh
sent
my
down like a
God.
lamb to the slaughter.
That gave me creepy, chilly.
Can you
creepy
imagine
thing?
us in bed, me
No.
getting that notification, seeing this big guy, all in black, face, couldn't see his face, couldn't make it out, hood up and everything, wandering around our downstairs, and we are just upstairs.
I would die.
That was scary.
I would be deceased. There would
And
be
I
a
thought we can't just sit in here like two sitting ducks. He's going to come up and he's going to... I thought, if you're in the bathroom and it's locked, and at least if I go downstairs, I could maybe run out the front door and he'll maybe come after me. But I thought, this is
You just run away and get help. Leave your ex in the house.
Well, if he was coming after me, she'd be fine in the house. Do you know?
That's so scary.
That was the scariest thing that has ever happened. Honestly, to me, that is the scariest thing.
It reminds me of a story that scares me that I tell. My sister's neighbours were broken into, and they were like so confused about how they were broken into because they have cameras in the kitchen, and they went through the footage the next morning or whatever, and looking through it, he comes in the back door. Then one of whoever lives in the house comes down in the dark to get a glass of water.
Yeah.
And he is just up against the wall right behind her.
Oh my
And she's
God.
standing drinking the water, puts it back down and goes back up to bed. And then he just comes, steals. So she was literally right
That
there.
is terrifying.
I think about that when I'm on my own.
What would he
Sometimes
have
at
done
night.
if she hadn't noticed him?
I don't know. But he, it was described to me that he, pushed himself up against the wall because it was dark. And now I'd be so terrified being on my own. I think about that.
Terrible.
Isn't that so scary?
It's so scary. You alright, Julie?
Yeah,
Did
I
you
was gonna tell a
say?
story. No, I was going to tell a story.
No,
Go.
tell.
Well, so
See the way she just introduced her story? Well,
I'll tell you one better.
I just heard your lips smacking. I thought she has something to say.
I thought she sighed. I thought my story was not interesting.
There was that story reminded me of this spooky. I don't know if this actually ever happened, but I remember it was a spooky story that my sister always used to tell me, and then I used to tell my friends. It was like the story you tell at sleepovers,
I know what you
story.
mean. Like a
The one that
So-
that always sticks.
yeah, so
like
this-
Chucky's in the trees and all.
Yeah,
Like
so
what?
this woman.
They used to say at our primary school that Chucky was in the trees. You know Chucky from the movie?
Aye.
He was in the trees.
They used to say in our school that a dead priest's hand was buried out the back.
Wait, Why a dead priest?
Just his hand.
Just his hand, and I was terrified for years as well
Oh
over
my
that.
god. Sorry, Julie, you
Sorry.
go ahead.
What was his hand gonna do?
I don't know, but it
I'm
was
sure
just
his
the
hand
thought
don't
of
clamp
a man praying
That
to
might be
our
why
Lord.
Why they cut it off. Good enough. Suits the crime. Go on, Julie.
So
You're terrible.
the story was there was this I don't even know why I'm telling this. There was this woman. She was in the house on her own. She was standing in the kitchen washing the dishes, and she suddenly seen this man in the
In the sink?
window.
Oh, in the window. Fuck, what a small
Like
man.
outside the window or the reflection behind her.
I mean, don't ruin the story.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I've
Sorry.
sick Jenna. I'm gonna have to cut that out. Right. So she looked out the window, was pitch black, looked out the window, saw this man, and she was like, she got all freaked out. So she ran upstairs, and she was like, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? So made sure the doors and all were locked. That was fine. Went upstairs, and then she looked out the window, and the man was out the window again, and she was like, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? So then she called the police and all, and they came, and they were like, there's no man. Like, we're like, she was like, how on earth did he get to the upstairs window? Like did you get the ladder? They were like, there was no ladder. Turned out he was standing behind her the whole time.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, and is
it
that
was his
true?
reflection. I don't think so.
Julie, what the fuck was the point in that? Well, I have a really, really true.
I like that, Julie. I'm going to tell that to Minnie's.
No one. Don't tell to no one. Shit. Want to hear this really, really, really scary one my daddy told me, and it's true as well. Which
Is it actually?
even scarier? And it happened in Moville.
Not Moville.
Moville of all places.
Moville. You know where that is, Julie?
No, I do not.
Moville.
It's outside there. It's in Donegal.
Oh right, I thought it was like in France or something.
Clattered and trade.
Movie.
Clattered and trade colours. You'd hit it.
You
So
would.
this it was lit at night, and it was the weekend night, Saturday night, and like say 3 a.m, rainy. I'm just going to set the scene for you.
I love it.
And a man was driving past. I don't know what this man was doing. Taxman must have been, and he seen a
The
young girl.
taxman?
Taxi man.
Right.
No, the taxman. He's well paid. He won't be up at that time of
It's like,
night.
why is he in Moville?
He's lying rubbing our money up against him. So he sees a young girl stand at the side of the road wearing, clothes after a nightclub, and she was like waving him down, needed a lift. So he got into the car, and she was like, oh, thank you so much. You know the way you be after a night out, you'd be like, you are my god, thank you so much for rescuing me. She was soaked, and she was in her wee dress and had her bag and whatever. So she only left a few minutes up around, but it was really, really dark and whatever. So he left her off. She ran up into the house, and he reversed out, whatever. And the next morning he got out and realised she left her bag in his car. So he drove back.
I'm getting this is freaking me out.
He drove back up to the house and knocked at the door with a bag, right?
Yeah.
An actual clutch bag. And
this is true.
This is fully true. My dad told me my daddy wouldn't tell me a lie and make me a fool. Full. So dare I. A fool. And knocked at the door, and the man answered and said, and he said, I picked your daughter up last night, and this is her clutch bag. And the man said,
She says his daughter's dead.
My daughter was killed in a car accident down there, and yesterday was her 10-year anniversary. She was killed in a road traffic accident after a night out where he picked her up. And he had a physical bag, and it was like, there was nothing in it. There was nothing in it.
What?
How scary is that?
That's like something out of a movie.
Now, when I go into Moville,
That's making me sweat.
Every time I go into Moville, I think about it.
Sweaty. That's really
Isn't
weird.
it?
Julie, what do you think of that? Do you believe in ghosts?
Don't know. No, not really.
You're so enthusiastic.
She was just born that way. No, not really.
I think if Julie won the lotto, she would go, yay.
She'd go, big deal.
I'm already rich from the Bimbo and the Butch anyway.
That kind of. Oh
Do you believe in ghosts?
no, not at all. I don't believe in anything.
Santa?
I don't believe in anything. So no, I don't believe in ghosts.
No, I don't think I believe in ghosts. But
Well, let me tell you about Santa, who you just said.
right. Why don't you spell them out?
Well, because Dougal's here and
Who?
Santa.
Not Satan.
Santa.
Not Satan.
I thought you were talking about Satan.
That's why she's
I do
protesting.
believe-
She's
I
all
do believe
no.
Satan. No, I was talking about Santa. Because Dougal believes in Santa Claus. But in case any mas are watching and their kids are in the background, maybe very inappropriate, but so my great aunt.
Is this going to be a disclaimer for any kids watching?
Yeah, but that's why I'm spelling it Santa. My great aunt
all our 8-year-old viewers knock off now.
told me I believed in Santa for a long time because my great aunt, I thought she would never lie to me. I loved her and very close. She told me that she knew he was real because whenever she was 8 years old, he visited her at the end of her bed and he thought she was asleep, but she opened her eyes and she saw him putting gifts into her stocking, and he looked at her, so she quickly closed her eyes again and he walked off. And she told this story with such conviction that I then went around and was like, he's real, I have proof. I have an actual eyewitness. I have proof. And I really thought she would not lie to me. So I thought for longer than I should have that Santa was real.
Like how old?
Based I don't know, but and my sister believes it even longer than I did. I had to tell her, and she's 2 years older than me. I had to tell her because I thought she's going to get bullied.
Was this like upper sixth?
Around about then. Like, but I really thought would not lie to me. So I really.
Oh my god, no.
And I was devastated when I found out. And the first thing I thought was, an old witch told me. And I thought, now she was obviously just being like, trying to make you believe in it. But I was really.
But you're so literal.
Breach of
like
trust.
me.
Absolutely.
Breach of trust.
I was. I was really upset about it. Do you know what I mean?
Not even the whole Santa situation, just that she would lie to you.
Yep. I was so upset.
That annoyed you more.
I don't know, I mean a goddamn awful lot. So it did.
Do you know what really used to scare me? The Easter Bunny. I would be absolutely
We never
terrified.
had the Easter Bunny.
I would be so scared. I would have visions of this huge bunny
Like Donnie Darko.
with big teeth and all coming in, and it was
Nibbling at
really
you.
not. It was not fair.
But were you told the Easter Bunny was real?
Yeah.
Like, Julie, were you told the Easter Bunny was real?
No, never.
We never had the Easter Bunny.
So yous were never left
Must be a
eggs.
Catholic thing.
I think it is. I think it is.
Well, I think it's an American thing. No, we got one egg each from my mother, but we were not left eggs from a mysterious character. No, we never even were told it was a thing.
Mysterious character.
We never were told it was a thing ever. Definitely not.
That's crazy.
It's so American. It's such an Americanized thing to do. I actually didn't think people here did it.
It was a big thing for us in our family. The Easter
Really?
Bunny coming, aye.
And were they like, everybody get to bed early, the Easter Bunny
Aye,
stuff?
it was like Christmas.
Seriously?
Big dinner on Easter
We
Sunday.
must have been very neglected. Now, we always would have had Easter dinner on a Sunday. And
I
it would
love
have
you
been,
trying to make it up now.
it
Yous were neglected.
it would have been like Christmas dinner, and then it would have been a roast dinner. Not roast dinner, but like whatever. And I would have always had like half an Easter egg for breakfast and that kind of thing.
In true Easter fashion.
But there was no Easter Bunny.
Well,
I don't even know if we were led to believe the Tooth Fairy was real.
We believe in that as well.
I don't even know.
Did you even have a childhood?
Well, we had Santa.
Is that all?
I think so. But sure. Yeah, I thought that was just the one everyone. I did not think Easter bunnies were a thing here.
Well, I think it was more lies then that were unfolding. So, like, not only did my parents lie about the big man, but it was the bunny and then the tooth fairy. And I thought, what next? Are you not my parents?
What is real? That is very confusing for a child. Do you know what I mean? Because it's hard to trust them. Whenever you
Those old parents.
whenever you realise that they've been lying to you your whole life. Even the whole do you do Elf on the Shelf?
But I mean, when I do it, I move him. So he will be there just sitting. And then tomorrow he'll be sitting there. Like,
Not the really extravagant things?
No, I couldn't be arsed.
No, but like, do you know what I've always wondered? Are kids led to believe that the Elf on the Shelf is real?
Yeah.
Really? But that's like a whole new character.
It's a whole new thing, and then waking up every morning going, oh, did the elf moving and talking about it in school? Did you do Elf on the Shelf?
Never. couldn't get behind that. Christmas
Couldn't get
What
behind
does
it.
that mean?
No,
She says Christmas is about
No,
the Lord.
no Christmas. Well, yes, that too. But no, Christmas is stressful enough without having to
I know.
like the amount of people I've seen posting being like, "Oh, for flip's sake, forgot to move this last night," and I'm like, I don't need that stress in my life. And also, it's just I don't. Yeah, I think it's also like the lion thing of like, it's another character that's
Another light. Do you do
Yeah.
SANTA?
Yeah, we do.
Do people who are very religious do it, or would that be a no-no?
No, I think most
Because
people
obviously there's a lot of
do, but,
religions
like,
that don't do
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I know yous aren't big into Easter, like yous wouldn't celebrate it as much as us.
Yes, we do. What do you mean?
Yous
Easter's a
wouldn't
bigger deal for Easter's a
Is
bigger
it?
deal for us than it would be for Catholics.
well, I know a Protestant,
Easter
and they
Sunday is my favourite day in church.
my favourite day in church.
I feel like Mummy and Daddy are fighting.
Yeah.
I'm Catholic Crossfire.
No, I know
Okay.
I know a Protestant, and they
I know a problem.
and they said
Just one.
they wouldn't lie to me. This Protestant wouldn't lie to me. They said Easter's not a big deal to them. They don't
Well,
believe in it.
maybe
Maybe
because
just their family.
maybe they're just a Protestant, but they're not Christian. Sorry, I think I know the
Maybe
Protestants
they are.
you're talking about.
Do you know?
I
I know
have-
the Protestant you're talking about.
Oh, is it?
Hi,
Oh, right.
hi.
That's the only
Um,
person I know.
But like, it's not a. I don't think it's like a Catholic and Protestant thing. I think it's more of like a religious thing. Like
religious
if you're
thing?
Christian,
Mm.
like it's a way bigger thing.
Right.
Wait, what do
okay.
you mean Christian? Are you excluding Catholics there? Because we were the OGs.
Did we
You
not
just-
start
you just
it?
copied us and changed a few rules.
Like you do with everything?
Let's not get into this debate when we have 5 minutes of recording left.
So would you have an Easter dinner?
Yeah.
Do you make it, or?
My sister does normally, yeah.
Oh, you have an Easter dinner to the point that actually another it's not just in your house?
No, like all my yeah.
That's
mum
what I
and
mean.
dad
It's like
and
a Christmas
sisters
day
and
all
that,
over
yeah.
again.
Well, we do have an Easter dinner in my mum's house, and we all go. I wasn't able to go this year because he was in the vets.
Oh, that's right.
But
you said that.
we do all go. What do you have for it?
Like a big roast dinner.
Like beef?
We actually had turkey this year.
I love turkey.
I haven't
turkey
had
and
that.
I'm
lamb,
still
but
vegetarian, but I
normally-
love turkey.
Normally it would be lamb.
For the Lamb
Easter.
of God.
No, just because it's nice.
So do you
I thought
do
that was
you
very
just
profound.
not believe Mary was a virgin? Is that all you just don't believe?
Don't believe that Mary was a virgin.
Yeah. Or do you believe that she was a virgin? What is the difference?
No, I thought it was just that they didn't
It's-
believe Mary had the significance the Catholics think she has.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, we wouldn't like worship Mary the way Catholics would.
So you wouldn't say Hail Mary?
Absolutely not.
No.
That was a hard no on that one.
What did Mary ever do you? Yous?
I know.
It's so interesting
it
because
is interesting,
It
that's
is
why
so
I'm asking.
interesting that I always find it so interesting that like people follow things so strongly
Mm.
and like what is it that makes you choose what to
Yeah.
like? Is it just your upbringing and that's what you're told? So that's what
I
you
think
believe.
it's luck of the draw. If you were born in a different country, if you were born, you would be a different religion. You would worship a
Yeah.
different god. Like it's just luck of the draw where you're born and how you're brought up.
But then
what
there's
tell
people
you.
that convert to different religions then whenever they learn about them.
Yeah, but if you look at the likes of our parents' generation, like it would have been incredibly rare to convert, and they are, in my opinion, people that I know, generations older than me would be much more religious than my generation. Now it's maybe different for you because you're in a religious, I don't know what you would call it. What would you call it? Like
Cult?
no, like you are. Like your family obviously were very involved in religion. and
Missionaries.
You're in more of a religious background maybe.
Yeah.
But like, I think the previous generation was way more religious and with their view. Well, where
Yeah.
I'm from anyway. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
strong with her views.
Yeah.
Like we were made to go to mass.
Well, we were made to go to mass too. It wasn't an option.
No, we were made and that was it and you're going.
And so were we. Whereas now, like, I would never in a million years,
No.
even if I was religious, I would never make my child go.
No, me either.
Do you know? Give them a choice.
I give it, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I went the other night.
I saw that.
I
think you sent me a wee photo.
I
or
did. I
something.
sent you a photo. It was
Of my sister Mary Claire.
Why do you keep adding Mary onto your name? It's
Is that not her
Claire.
name? It's really hard for. She feels like a Mary Claire to me.
It's Sister Claire, her 10-year
Like
anniversary.
the magazine.
Mary Claire.
Mary Claire. Sister Mary Claire.
We said that before, I think.
Hello.
So it was her 10-year anniversary in the Long Tower. And
Long Tower's a nice chapel.
aye, and it was so busy, so they had to put on like 3 times on 3 days in a row.
Oh my
And
god.
thousands went, aye.
Thousands?
Thousands and thousands. There was
That is
shirts and everything,
amazing.
I know. So it was the lovely mass. Said a prayer for you. So you too, Julie. I
Did you
don't know.
say a prayer for both of us?
I think it bounced
Even
back.
Julie.
Even Julie.
I think Julie's one bounced back. I did. I said a prayer for everyone who I know, and then, as you know, because-
Everyone she knows. I thought it was us specifically. Everyone should
no,
have
I mean, like, do you know the way we have OCD?
Mhm.
I have to say, Mummy, Daddy, sisters, name them.
I did that
Then
when I was a child,
all
and I
their-
thought it was religious psychosis related
then
to OCD,
who
so I
else?
won't do it now.
Who else am I close to? Julie, Emer, who else? My partner. Who else? Quick, Jenna, quick, think. And then
Your
I
son?
ran out of time. Oh no, that's for me.
Remember him?
He's number 1.
Hope you prayed for
But
Dougal
see,
and
whenever
Albie.
you say a prayer for someone, because I hear this a lot with Catholics. You're like, oh, I'll say a prayer for you. What is a prayer to you?
Well, I just
Our
ask.
Father
I
who
would
art
just
in
say.
heaven, or it's just talking. It's
Well,
like,
but you could go. Well, I like the freestyle.
you can freestyle. You can say, "Here, big man. Julie is having a bit of a hard time today. She's turned up with Uggs on, and we would just like you to
One
just
roller in
look,
her hair.
look after her, and you know."
So mine was
Right,
like, basically, please look after the following people and make sure that they're happy and healthy.
Right, okay.
Always happy and healthy.
I just wasn't sure, because you know the way that, like, you have your Catholic prayers, like the
People who are
the one
stricter,
that the
would,
priest
older
do.
people,
Oh, they
the
would,
stricter
aye.
people would say the rosary or prayers or
They would
Yeah.
probably do a decade of the rosary as well.
But you do pray for
least
specific things.
For you.
yeah, like whenever I was wee and you were taught to pray when you were going to bed, it would be like, I think I'd maybe say Our Father or something, and then I'd say, please bless Mummy and Daddy, Catherine, me, Connor and Sean. Please bless Granny and Granda Blah, Granny and Granda Blah. Please, and then I would name every auntie, and I would literally go through every
Aye.
person, so I know what you mean.
Aye.
And it took me a long, because I am so anti-religious now, and it took me, I would have done that as like an OCD compulsion.
Yeah.
And it took me a long time to get out of that.
Took me
And
a
I'll-
long time. But
I'll still
came back.
find myself, if my OCD's bad or I haven't taken my medication, like last week I didn't take it for 5 days because I ran out, I was getting compulsions in my head of saying prayers.
Oh wow.
Even though I'm so anti-religion and
That is
don't believe in
crazy.
anything,
Interesting.
it was purely a compulsion. Because you can have religious OCD.
Which we did have.
Yeah.
Growing up.
You can have religious OCD where that's your compulsion, and if you don't say this or do this, XYZ is going to happen.
Oh my god.
I know, it's really scary.
Well, when I feel my mental health dipping, that's when my OCD has me
Yeah.
by the absolute fucking balls.
Yeah.
And it did that week.
Mhm.
So maybe that's why I did that, because I wouldn't normally sit and pray for that many people
Maybe.
in mass.
maybe
Like
'cause
I've
it was
never prayed
worse.
for fucking Joy. What the hell?
You're
So
like,
of course
she don't
you're
deserve
gonna-
my prayers.
I'm joking, Joy. You know I love you.
Okay, so our timer is flashing off. So
Is it?
on that note, everybody say a prayer for Julie.
Pray for Joy.
We
She
love
needs
all
it.
our Catholic listeners. We love all our Protestant listeners.
Every-
We love all our other listeners. Everybody,
Everyone.
whatever you are, we don't care. We love everybody, and we hope we've educated you in our cross community-ness today.
I
a
love
little
how
bit.
we went from house evasion to religion.
I don't even know how we do that. The tangents that we go off on. I don't know how we do it, but it works.
It works, and the crowds go wild for it. So
Woohoo!
long may it last. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Bimbo and Butch. I am Jenna, aka Bimbo.
And I'm Emer, aka Butch.
See you next time.
Bye.